Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Nur Shahira binti Nur Azizan and my metric number is 281158. Now, we want to present about our selection based on area of building that can apply AI application and AI technique. Our selection is Activity Center. What is Activity Center? Activity Center is suite for everyone. It is places where humans meet, work, and relax. It is a greatly in size that design mixed-use urban area. There is type of activity center. First is downtown, business district, lively neighbors, and mixed-use development. Activity center and AI surely have a strong connection because nowadays most activities use a technology in life. We do it with so many different elements of our life. When we pick up a phone such as an iPhone, it is automatically opens up by recognizing the user's face. This is surely is an artificial intelligence in practice that use a machine vision and machine learning algorithm to scan the face and make sure this is actually the user's face. Common activities human does mostly recreational activities in places. Human will do an exercise for themselves body and play with the games or dig activities in there. Now I would like to suggest about the maintenance, which technician and engineer need to check the tools of the games every day or 3-4 days in a week before it can be used. It can collect a valuable data and about the ride's performance and when the ride needs to check, repair, and upgrade. Operator must frequently perform rigorous inspections of their equipment. Any maintenance issues must be corrected before the ride can be used. Among the most important aspects of the ride safety is applying the appropriate amount of the fastener holding the ride together. With the sensor and machine version, it can even help inform future ride design by collecting the information on how the machinery performs over the time. The problem occurs when the technician doesn't know the right performance. When the tools move, sometimes it will stop on its own, or the performance failure causing the technician and the engineer to stop the activity from public and need to withdraw. Next is about security. IR sensor and servo motor to handle activity in activity center. An infrared sensor is basically an electronic device which is used to detect the presence of the object. Infrared light is emitted by device. If the light is not detect any IR light reflected back, that means there is no object present. If the light is detected by the sensor, there is an object present. It is a rotator device that allows the control of the angular as well as linear motion. A servo motor is used for opening and closing the gate. Servo drive transmit electrical signals to the servo motor for the producing motion. The problem occurs when the human falls from the activities or an accident because of the security. For example, flying false activities. Based on human to go down first, human doesn't know that the last human that used is arrived or not, and doesn't have to lock to stop moving. From that, it can occur an collisions. I think that's all from me. Next, I will pass it to my teammate.
Hello, Dr. Usnisa binti Usni. My name is Vanisri and my metric number is 278328. Today, I'm going to present my assignment group with my group take. So, as my group has choose Activity Center as our group topic, I will explain how an artificial intelligence can be used at Activity Center, and also provide some suggestions to make it easier for people to do their tasks or activities at Activity Center. First of all, I will address some common activities that usually performed at Activity Center, and then will explain how an artificial intelligence can make a human's tasks or activities much easier at Activity Center by giving some suggestions. So before I begin to present my suggestion, I would like to provide a small definition of the Activity Center. So what is really meant by an Activity Center? An activity center is an environment that attracts people to do many things, such as hiking, camping, hunting, kayaking, rock climbing, and so on, including physical activities. All of these type of activities and tasks done at activity center literally look like an outdoor activities, which is referred as enjoyable activity or adventure exercise. Therefore, I would like to explain a little more about the usual tasks or activities that will take place in the activity center. So I took rock climbing and hiking as an example to describe first. These activities became most famous activity among people at activity centers, since these activities provide the human's body with pleasure and different kind of benefits. In addition, at activity centers, children also can take part in rock climbing events. Other than that, skateboarding is also one of the activities that mostly carried out by individuals at activity center. Apart from physical activities, they will also got places to have snacks or meals, and also got a space to rest and relax. People not only can do physical activities, but they also can do other things such as getting food if they are tired and playing some relaxing games there. So this is a small description about common activities at activity center. Therefore, now I would like to give a suggestion on how artificial intelligence can be used at activity center. As we can see now, artificial intelligence become a part of human's life. Artificial intelligence has been used for various purposes. An example, I took smartphone. Smartphones have played a major role in our life. The use of artificial intelligence in smartphone is really plentiful. For instance, with a quick and easy transfer, Google Maps helps us to find location. Furthermore, face recognition is also widely used where a system is built to identify an individual from a picture or video. Alexa, Siri, Google Assistant also included. So now let's move on to my suggestion. Therefore, my suggestion is to use a safety jacket with a chip to track individual's location. This type of location tracking jacket is much effective as close secure television (CCTV), because jacket is the most important thing to ensure our safety while doing any activities, and it's really more important at the activity center. So how these safety jackets with a chip can make a human's tasks or activities become easier. And here how it works. At activity center, there is a high probability of losing or forgetting the written route, since the activity center is huge that performs many different types of activities at one time. So, this safety jacket with a chip will allow people to avoid from getting stuck anywhere. This jacket will help to track people's location and help them to out from the trap place if people are trapped or stuck anywhere. And how a microchip can work on jacket? This is the most common question that will always asked by people. Usually, the chip will receive GPS signals from satellite and it using wireless connectivity. So it can give the data to the controlling devices such as PC or smartphone. The GPS tracking system is generally installed to view the microchip's location. This is how a chip can work as an artificial intelligence. The chip will generated by putting all the information into, including the GPS system, then connecting it to other devices such as computer to measure the location from anywhere and at any time. So to explain more detail about it, I took kayaking as an example. When a person is lost or drowning while doing kayaking, this safety jacket with chips can quickly measure their location and help us to find them. So if any of the member is lost in activity center while doing any activity, they can use this jacket GPS system to quickly find their location, and this is really so helpful for parents to track their children's location if they lost at activity center. In addition, I suggest placing a customer service robot at activity center to direct people to find the places they want to go. At activity center, individuals can ask the customer services robot about the location they want to go. In order to get an idea of the activity, people also may ask the robot about the activity they want to do later. This customer service robot makes the task or operation much simple for the customer by finding the location in a very short time. Besides that, it even makes people to take pictures. For the customers who come to the activity center alone, this feature is really particularly useful. They don't need to think about taking pictures on their own. They may ask the robots to help them to take pictures and enter their email address so the robot can email the pictures to them directly. So for everyone at activity center, this is really so helpful because when they are doing activity, they can also ask for the help of the robot in taking pictures. This type of robots usually we can see at stores or airport. But I suggest to put the robot at activity center too to make humans activity much easier. So I suggest that customer service robot should be used at activity center to make humans activity much simpler, much as directing people to go where they want to go and taking photos. And provide safety jacket with chip at activity center also really so helpful to make humans task easier. So that's all about my suggestion. Now I give the presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ong Dishan and my record number is 262241. The next AI technology that can be implemented at the activity center is the AI bracket. The bracket will connect to the e-wallet, credit card or debit card. Player or consumer can get the bracket that provided at the kiosk during the entrance of the activity center. They can connect their e-wallet, credit card or debit card with just scanning the QR code at the bracket. The owner of the activity center will increase the profit because when the consumer using this bracket, they can save a lot of time and the payment done is very quickly by just wearing the bracket over the payment terminal and verifying the purchase. The transaction can be complete in just a few seconds and it is very easy to use. Another important point is very practical, simple and convenient. Since the payment is made faster than by entering the conventional, besides that, this implemented also can reduce and eliminate of the carrying of cash. The last point is the AI video surveillance. When the activity center install a AI CCTV, the monitor activity done will become more accuracy compared to the ordinary CCTV. A long-held complaint devised against the traditional rules based on the analytic product was that their algorithm were unable to distinguish between the object and behavior of the human being would have no problem classifying. This is due to the traditional algorithm being based on the geometric rules. This weakness of the human design computer vision algorithm result either in miss of the security breaches or false alarm. As a human viewer will means that the detection accuracy will increase dramatically. Nervous network allow a computer to apply a series of assessments that given situation learning to identify increasing more spatial feature. For example, is the age, color, shape, or the tones. Unlike the rules based on the situation which are limited to the initial programming. Also, as computer power continues to increase, the nervous network will also leverage this to process more data and improve the accuracy, which is very important to develop for the video analytic industry. and for the activity center. At the end, this implementation can reduce the crime because at the activity center, they are always crowded with people. The crime is very easy to happen when they have many people. At the meantime, behavioral analytics has increased awareness of the value of AI frontier surveillance system, and this benefit to every enterprise, not just for the activity center. That's all for me. Thank you listening.